we're angry, we're hurt, and we're here to express that we felt that we were denied our right to be at this hearing. And what I'm going to show you in a minute is showing that we have the right and that we applied to be informed about any hearing that pertained to Johannes Mehserle. I'll read this. Under California law, victims have a right to be heard at any trial or appellate court with jurisdiction over this case as a matter of right. We have a Victims' Bill of Rights which voters approved as a constitutional amendment in 2008. This proceeding is an example of shutting victims out of the process, which is really what the victim rights movement has worked against since the beginning. We do not know if this process or hearing was fair, and since we was not kept informed of this matter, which has impacted our lives, we cannot trust that this racist criminal justice system was fair. By not being transparent, we hold these proceedings to be suspicious. Because as you know, we traveled up and down the highway, 400 miles.
That's right.
Never missed a day in court. Never. And for them to allow this to come next door to our house and not tell us that Johannes Mehserle is in court and not give us the right to be there angers us. People in this community is pissed off like I am.
Yes.
Again, our rights to this justice process has been violated, and it goes to show just how heinous this racist criminal justice system is. We're outraged.
That's right.
That's right.
We had a right to be there, and not being transparent just goes to show that we don't know what happened in that courtroom. The family's outraged. We're speaking to this matter, and I'm here to share, if anyone questions the fact that whether we had a right or not, this is an application to the Department of Justice, the Criminal Department of Corrections, asking to be informed of any proceeding that pertained to Johannes Mehserle. This is the letter which I'll read from the Office of Victim Survivors' Rights, the state of California. This letter acknowledged receipt of your request for notification and special conditions of parole leave for Johannes Mehserle, prison number AG 9999. At this time, Mehserle meets criteria set forth in Penal Code Section 3000.03 for non-revocable parole. What this is saying, if you're not familiar with non-revocable parole, is that in a year's time, that murder he committed on that platform will be dropped from his records. He will no longer be under any parole, search and seizures, possibility, or any condition that states that he is a felon. It is outrageous for him to state that he wants to become a police officer again.
Okay.
On that platform, you witnessed him punching Jackie Bryson, who
That's
was
right.
handcuffed.
On his knees.
On his knees.
That's right.
You witnessed him pull out his taser 2 times.
Oscar had a picture.
Validating that with a picture that Oscar took before he was murdered.
That's right.
And then claimed he thought Oscar was reaching for a gun. And yet he claimed that he pulled his taser by mistake. He never ever testified to the fact that he had made a mistake until he got on that witness stand. We never heard that. That didn't come to light until he sat on that witness stand. It was his attorneys and those representing him that alleged he made a mistake. So let's be clear. Never once has he in any way made an attempt to apologize to the family. We did not accept that apology to the public that he made, that he claimed was to the family, and we do not accept it now. It is harmful for us again to witness this injustice that exists in this criminal justice system. Just like Luis Santos' family being denied the right to be at the hearing of once then Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger overturning or reducing the sentence of Esteban Nuez, who was sentenced to 16 years, and on his last day, without telling the family or allowed them to even be at the proceedings, he reduces that sentence from 16 years to 7 years. That family has a lawsuit, the first of its kind in the United States, about a violation of the Victims' Bill of Rights.
Yeah.
And I will read the last part of this Victims' Bill of Rights that's real important. A victim, the retiring attorney of a victim, a lawful representative of the victim, or the prosecuting attorney upon request of the victim, which we may enforce the above rights in any trial or appellate court with jurisdiction over this case as a matter of right. We have a Bill of Rights that the people of the state of California on Proposition 9 lobbied, voted on, and granted us the right to have some form of protection and right in the proceedings when we are victims to a heinous act as such, with Oscar being murdered on that platform. Let's be clear. We do not accept it, and we're very disappointed about it. And the district attorney,
There you go.
the district attorney as well as the state attorney general had an obligation to inform us. They knew about this in early April, that this hearing was going to be held on May 9th. And yet, no one informed us. All of a sudden now they want to claim that it was an error on their part.
Too
There
late.
was no error. Judge Robert Perry claimed he had erred in his instructions to the jury what this is all about. They have filed an appeal because Judge Robert Perry blew this case and then said he made a mistake. Johannes Mehserle said he made a mistake. Now we got the district attorney's office claiming they made a mistake. Next we'll probably hear from the attorney general office, they made a mistake. How many mistakes must we suffer as a family before we get some justice? We're tired.
Okay, honey.
The community is tired. And the way I feel about it, you know how I feel about it.
That's right.
My name is Jack Bryson. My son was Oscar Grant when he was murdered. I just feel it's important that we speak out about this because, like, when we found out, my son called me and my son asked me, how long is Johannes Mehserle keep thinking he's going to keep slapping the family and friends of Oscar Grant in the face? How long does he keep thinking he's going to be dancing on Oscar Grant's gravesite? And what we're here to tell is, this whole process, they say they ask the community, they ask the family, they ask the friends, they ask us to be patient and let justice take its place.
Yeah, right.
Justice has not took its place for Oscar Grant, the family, or the community. Justice has been served to Johannes Mehserle. Everything is in favor of Johannes Mehserle. And what we're here to let Johannes Mehserle know, Johannes Mehserle,
We ain't going nowhere.
that the community, the family, the friends of Oscar Grant, Johannes Mehserle, we are not going nowhere.
Nowhere.
We are not going nowhere.
That's right.
We will follow you wherever you go. We will make your life miserable just like you made Wanda's life miserable, like you made Bobby's, like you made the community miserable. We will follow you and we will make sure that you will never enjoy life again like you're trying to. That's all I got to say.
Thank you.